Okay, this movie is going to demonstrate how to find the mean and standard deviation of a discrete probability distribution. Also, towards the end, we'll go over how to use an optional sequence command to enter in pattern data. The information we're going to look at are APGAR scores from a particular hospital. APGAR scores are ratings given to newborn babies along the scale of 0 up through 10, and you can see that the score of 0 is given to about 2 out of every 1,000 babies. The most popular score is a score of 7, and a score of 10 is only given to about 1% of all babies. The data has already been entered into the calculator. List 1 contains the scores, and List 2 contains their associated probabilities. To find the mean and standard deviation, you press Stat, go over to Calculate, and then you choose the one variable statistics option, but this time we need to put in 2 arguments. The first is List 1, which is the scores, comma, and then the second is List 2, which is their associated probabilities. So basically what we're finding is a weighted average. Pressing enter produces the results, and you can see that the mean APGAR score is 7.16. Now, the calculator puts the next bar there, but if this is considered a population, you should use mu to represent that mean score of 7.16. The standard deviation with the S sub x is blank because this is considered a population, and I know that's true because n equals 1. In a probability table, the sum of the probabilities should sum to be 1. So the calculator doesn't allow you to look at the sample standard deviation, it only shows the population standard deviation. If you need the variance, all of the scores that you just saw are stored in vars. So when I click on vars and go down to choice 5 statistics, I see the mean that we just calculated, and choice 4 is the standard deviation, and if I square that, that tells me that the variance is 1.5684. So to summarize, what we have is a mean of 7.16 and the standard deviation that puts us anywhere in the range of 5.91 up to 8.41 for typical APGAR scores for newborn babies. Okay, if we wanted to enter in the list 1 information quickly, let's get rid of what was there. And the pattern is 0 through 10 in increments of 1. So I'm going to go on top of the list 1 list, and I'm going to look for the sequence command. The sequence command has 5 parts to it. It needs a formula, it needs an input variable, it has to have a beginning number, an ending number, and an increment. Sequence is found by clicking on second list, which is above stat, going over to operations, and choice 5 says sequence. My formula is x because I just want it to simply count upwards. My input variable is x. I'm going to separate those two with a comma. Another comma, I'm going to start at 0. I want to go up to 10, and I want to have increments of 1. And when I press enter, the calculator enters in 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up through 10. You can also use this command from the home screen. So for example, if I wanted to get years from 1900 through 2000 in increments of 10, if we were studying a census for example, I would again get the sequence command, second list, over to operations, choice 5 is sequence, and this time my formula is 1900 plus x. So I want to start at the year 1900. I want to input in for x, so I'm going to go comma x again. The numbers that I'm going to tack on to that 1900 plus x start at 0 and go up to 100, comma, in increments of 10. And close my parentheses. And so what we have here is every 10 years starting at 1900 and going through the year 2000. So that's it, how to find the mean and standard deviation, as well as how to use the sequence command to enter in pattern data quickly.